If you're going to be building an embedded systems, doing it from the ground up on your own can be a challenge. Diamond Systems has a solution to that. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, we do. We have a platform called SabreCOM, and we have two versions of it. One is for rugged computers, and one is for rugged Ethernet switches. So SabreCOM is for computers, and SabreNet is for switches. And each of these are basically a standard platform where they have built-in configurability, so it's very easy to customize them for additional I/O, changing connectors, things like that.
Okay, let's take a closer look.
All right. All three of these products here are SabreCOM computers. This one is our SabreCOM-JSP. And this one, this is our main platform. It has a great amount of customization. This one is a very similar product, but it's designed for NVIDIA Jetson platform. So it's a rugged NVIDIA Jetson AGX Orin solution that supports cameras as well as I/O. And this one is also SabreCOM, but it's a vertical solution for people that have a smaller footprint. If they need something fitting a smaller space, we have this vertical solution. The other advantage of this one here is that it has a thermal plate on both sides. So we've actually used this for a dual solution, which has a computer and an Ethernet switch both in the same box. So we actually have a computer or a switch or both. So on SabreCOM, we have the 6 connectors here, and what we have is a set of standard connectors here. This is the same for every system. We have input power, we have HDMI, and we have standard I/O like Ethernet, serial, USB 2.0, that kind of thing. And then on these connectors, these are available for expandability. So we have some options for standard expansion like analog and digital I/O, serial ports, that kind of thing. But what happens is everybody wants something different. And so we have 3 openings that can fit 2 different sizes of connectors, and we can fit a combination of whatever the customer needs. In this case, we have 2 3899 connectors for standard I/O and a USB 3.0 port. USB 3.0 does not travel well in this kind of connector, so it works well on this kind of connector, and so we offer it this way. So we can basically provide whatever I/O the customer needs by installing different mini cards inside the box and bringing the I/O out through these connectors. So this system is actually called Geode. It's a little bit different concept. In this particular system, the cables for all these connectors have been replaced with a board, a PCB, and the connectors are mounted on the PCB. And what that does is it makes the system a little bit smaller this way, but also makes it easier and faster to build because you don't have to do the custom manufacturing of the cables. So we have one standard circuit board, and all the boards just plug into it, and the I/O comes right out. And it does have one expansion connector over here. So if you have to add a mini card or some other kind of I/O, we do have this connector free for customization. So it's kind of a little bit of both. This one, because it's NVIDIA, has provision for GMSL cameras. You don't really see it here, but they're plugged up with these screws, but these eight connectors can be used for GMSL cameras. So up to 8 cameras can be supported on this rugged system.
Those are great platforms for building on. What are some of the advantages of doing that?
Well, for every customer, there's a decision about make versus buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or build buy. And so what we're saying is, if you come to us for a Sabre system, then you're saving a lot of time and a lot of money because you don't have to do any of the engineering. It's all been done. Everything's been qualified. Everything's been tested. So, for example, we have IP67 tested and proven. We have MIL standard 810 and 202 shock and vibration testing certified. Okay, and then we have already the OS and all the drivers and all the software and everything ready to go. So it saves a lot of time. Basically, you're building on existing experience.
Okay, so what about support and especially long-term support? Because most of these systems are going to have 10 to 20-year lifetimes.
That's correct. You know, that's always the issue in life cycle. So one of the things that we do is we try to develop new products with new technology so they have a longer life cycle ahead of them. But the main thing is with our computers is that everything is COM-based now. So the COM-based SBC allows you to swap out one COM for another. And so if one COM goes obsolete, or if you just want a performance change or something like that, then we can swap out with a new COM and it extends product lifetime. We've done this many, many times for board level customers. And so now we're carrying that life cycle extension over to the rugged systems as well. So it's actually very appealing for especially military customers who need long life cycle.
Very good. Well, thanks for filling us in on the latest from Diamond Systems.
Okay, sure.